Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Utz Gang Soldier channel. It is time for the semifinals of Utz Munch Madness 2015. We just wrapped up the quarterfinals today, and we got some results to give from the matchups from last week. But before we get to today's matchups for the semifinals, I must say we reached 300 subscribers today. So thank you all very much. A lot of great support through the Munch Madness, a lot of new subscribers and a lot of old ones as well. Thanks for following along, and thanks for voting, and thanks for being a part of the first annual Utz Gang Soldier Munch Madness tournament. So let's go ahead and take a look at our matchups from last week, get some results, and get ready for the semifinals. Alright, in our first matchup, it was the number 1 original potato chip up against the number 9 cheddar and sour cream. No surprises here. By almost double the votes once again, original is moving on to the semifinals. Cheddar and sour cream took down Red Hots in the first round. If you haven't seen that one, they put up a good fight, but just wasn't enough to take down the best-selling item at Utz Quality Foods. So they're moving on to the semifinals and one step closer to the championship this year. Okay, our second matchup was the number 4 barbecue up against the number 12 Carolina. This was the closest matchup of the quarterfinals. The winner only by 1 vote. I told you guys, you gotta vote. Every vote's going to count. The tighter these matchups get and the better the competition, every single vote's going to count. And by 1 single vote, barbecue is moving on to the semifinals and going to be facing the original potato chip. That's going to be a tough fight for barbecue, but we will get to that in a few minutes. We have 2 more matchups to take a look at. Our third matchup was the number 2 Ripple up against the number 7 Honey Barbecue. Once again, this matchup was decided by 1 vote. If you guys didn't vote for it, it's not moving on to the semifinals. By 1 vote, we have an upset. Honey Barbecue is moving on to the semifinals, took down the number 2 seeded Ripple, the number 2 best-selling item at Utz Quality Foods. Honey Barbecue is moving on to the semifinals. You guys showed a lot of support early, and you're continuing to show the support for Honey Barbecue. It's definitely going to be a good contender for the championship this year. And our fourth matchup from the quarterfinals was the number 3 Sour Cream and Onion up against the number 6 Crab. This was my matchup of the week from last week. This was going to be an extremely tough decision for you guys, but it honestly wasn't as close as I thought it was going to be. By a margin of 3 votes, Crab is moving on to the semifinals. A lot of support, a lot of votes for Crab. It's definitely going to be a contender for the championship, but it is taking on Honey Barbecue in our semifinals. So let's go ahead and get ready for the semifinals. Utz Munch Madness 2015. Here we go. Alright, you guys got to keep voting if you want them to move on in the competition. Every single vote's going to count. The final 4 of these matchups are going to be extremely close. And I'm sure some of these will be decided by just 1 vote once again. But here we go. Our first semifinal matchup in Utz Munch Madness is the number 1 seed original potato chip, still fighting hard. It's going to be a tough one to take down in the competition, but the number 4 barbecue's got something to say about that. It's been getting the votes. It's been strong. It's made it to the semifinals, into our final 4. It's definitely going to put up a good fight for the original potato chip, but we'll see. You guys got to vote for them. Start voting now. Leave your comments below. Pick your winners for Utz Munch Madness. And in our other matchup, it's going to be the number 7 Honey Barbecue up against the number 6 Crab. This is going to be an extremely close matchup once again. Every vote's going to count. I'm not sure who's going to be a winner here. If based off the last 2 rounds, if the Crab gets the same amount of votes it did in the previous 2 rounds, it's going to move on to the finals. But Honey Barbecue is just behind. So every single vote's going to count. Make sure you vote for them if you want them to move on. This is going to be the Utz Gang Soldier matchup of the week. Honey Barbecue versus Crab. They're 2 of my personal favorites. I personally cannot pick a winner. So hopefully you guys can. Leave your comments in the below. Pick your winners for both matchups. That's your final 4. There they are. Utz Munch Madness 2015. Who's it going to be? Start voting now. Your final four. We only got 2 more weeks, and we're going to have a champion for Munch Madness. It's one of these 4 here. Who's it going to be? You got to vote. You definitely share the video. Get all your friends voting along. We reached 300 subscribers. Let's start shooting for 400. I appreciate all the votes. I appreciate all the subscribers, all the comments, the likes, everything. It's been great. You can follow me on Twitter at UtzGangSoldier. You can also vote there if you're interested in that. Tweet me your 2 matchup winners for this week. Thanks for watching. Munch Madness 2015 semifinals. Pick your winners. It's crunch time.